Hello, today I am doing the Mint Julep, which we saw in Goldfinger, a classic James Bond film from the early 60s that for many people is the iconic, ultimate Bond film. Bond is captured by a supervillain, happy to kill thousands, but who wants to give him a drink? Why is that? Why were these old-fashioned villains so hospitable towards our eponymous spy? Well, I think it's very well explained in the film. Maybe you haven't seen it for a while, so I'll just quickly explain it. That Bond gets captured, but Goldfinger knows that he's being watched by MI6, the CIA, and so he makes a public show of treating Bond very, very well. Takes him to his Kentucky stud farm, and in Kentucky gives him the state drink, the Mint Julep. It's served at the Kentucky Derby, and there's special Kentucky Derby glasses every year. He doesn't get that drink in a Kentucky Derby glass, he just gets it in a plain highball glass. I'm not drinking a double, so I just think this little glass is lovely, and let me show you how it's made. Okay, so I'm making it from 4 main ingredients. I've got the Jameson whiskey here. Normally you'd use, say, a Kentucky bourbon, but I'm going to use some Irish whiskey, partly because it's what I have in the house, but also it's what I like, and I'm going to claim my Irish ancestry here. We also have some sugar. We just use a teaspoon of sugar to help it go down. We have a teaspoon of water, 2 teaspoons I believe, and then of course we have the mint. You can't have a mint julep without the mint. So first of all, in the shaker, I'm going to put a bit of mint. Now people do this differently. Some people don't shake up the mint. I guess it makes it a bit more like a mojito, but I personally prefer doing this. So I'm going to put in a bit of mint, a bit of ice just to knock it about, give it something to go up against it. Simply put in a bit of brown sugar for a classic recipe. I'm going to measure out 1 measure of whiskey. Fortunately, I've got this as a measuring cup. Smells good, smells good, smells like whiskey. Again, although I put the ice in, this may seem like a double dose, I am following the classic recipe by putting in a couple of teaspoons of water. I've got the ice in just to shake it about, and of course, Bond has his cocktails shaken. Really want to get it nice and cold, and to mix up the mint with it so we have a nice strong mint flavour. Taking the ice here, just adding it to the glass. So using my fingers, like Bond does in The World Is Not Enough. And now this seems nice and cool. Has a very minty smell, very sweet smell as well. Okay. Add in a bit of garnish. 4 leaves is the usual recommended amount. Give it a nice swirl. Oh, and that is nice. It's got the sweetness from the sugar. I can taste the mint, having knocked it about. That's a nice cold drink. Very, very refreshing, actually. So Mr. Bond has been treated very, very well by Mr. Auric Goldfinger. And here we have the final product, Mint Julep, as drunk by Sean Connery in 1964's Goldfinger in my preferred glass. Cheers!